Hey everyone, in this Subnautica tutorial I'm going to show you how to get water easily. So what you're looking for is one of two things, either salt deposit, which is what you can see here. So you tend to find this a little further away from your life pod, so there's my life pod over there. Actually that's not my life pod, Porkies, that's another area. Maybe it is, maybe it's the same. Actually no, sorry, it is there, 740 away. So I've come quite far away and I'm looking in these sandy areas, tend to go down a fairly deep, so about 100 meters or thereabouts. Sometimes you'll see them more shallow. I'm in a seam off here, which you get later on in the game, so if you're just starting off, don't worry about that. But that's what you're looking for, salt deposits. So it looks like these little cubes, so you can grab that, and that you can use to make bleach, which you can then use to make water, which we'll go and do in just a second. So that's one method. What I'm going to do now is just drive back to my life pod, and I'm going to show you some other things that you can use to make water. The easiest of which when you start is to find bladder fish. So just bear with me a second, because I personally tend to like the salt deposit, because once you use the salt deposit to make bleach you get a couple of bottles of water for each one, but bladder fish you get a bottle of water for each bladder fish that you use, but they are quite hard to catch. So we'll go back and I'll show you how to catch these. So yeah, just give me a minute. We'll go back to what you start off with, because if you're looking for water easily you might be right at the start of the game and you have this here pod at the top, and then I'll show you what you need to swim around and look for. So I've also made a little base underneath my pod, but I won't spoil the game too much for you, so I will ignore my base and just show you where you find bladder fish and how to catch them. Nearly back. There we go. Alright, that's quite good actually, because I need some fluid. Right, so what would I look for if I needed water quick? That's what we need. You see that there? That is a bladder fish. Now, catching them can be quite hard to begin with, so you've got to try and swim near them and then just grab them. So whatever the shortcut is, I'm on the Xbox, so the shortcut is A, so you've got to be right near them and then grab them. Now, what can make life a bit easier is later on you can get a propulsion cannon, and if you have a look at the rest of my channel, I'll show you how to do this. But once you've got that, you can aim at a bladder fish, and it will suck it towards you, and then you can just press A to grab it. So then you can get loads of them. Look at them, boom, boom. So I just swim around. So right underneath your pod there's normally loads of bladder fish and also other types of fish that you can eat, but bladder fish, boff, boff. The other thing you can use is what's called a grav trap, but the propulsion cannon is so useful. I just use that all the time. So you just want to collect loads of these, okay? And then once you've got that, we need to go and make some water. Look, I need water, so we've got to get in there, dear base, and life pod, and use the fabricator. Get up. Get on up. Here we go. I was going to go the full thing there with James Brown, but I won't. I won't. Right, so once you're in here, you can get that. So you go to your fabricator, and then if you've found this, you should find different things you've got, basically. So if we go to sustenance, water, if you've got a bladder fish in your inventory you can make filtered water straight away, so I hit that and I can make one, and there water will be added to my inventory. You keep going. So I've got loads of bladder fish. You can also use bladder fish to eat, but I think it's easier to find other fish to eat, so I tend to use them for this. But just for reference, if you go to cook food you can cook a bladder fish. It's not great sustenance, but it's better than nothing. I've got a Gary fish there which I'll make, even though we're talking about water here. So the other thing is, remember we had that salt deposit. So if we have a little look at, is it equipment? No. Maybe it's under, got to think about it now. Where is, hang on. Can't remember where it's under. Maybe it's under, is it here? Is it here? What do we need? Bleach. Coral tube sample, that's the other thing we need. Right, so you've seen how we make the bladder fish. This is getting a bit of a thing. The other thing you need to do is, if you want to use the salt deposit, you're also going to need to make a knife. So once you've got a knife, I'm going into Australia now, mate. I don't know why. You've got to put that in your inventory. I better drink a bottle of water. Once you've got the water in here, you can consume it. So you just go over to it and hit A to consume. Oh, I'll have that bit of food as well because I'm hungry. You can see you don't want to eat the bladder fish before you do something with it, because you can see it'll actually make you thirstier. So we'll just drink this water, get myself back up to normal there. But yeah, we were going to talk about the other thing you need. So you need to have a knife, and you need to put it in a quick slot. So you see I've got it in the quick slot there, and then select it. Whoops. And then you're looking for these coral tubes, and this giant coral tube, and if I whack this, does it whack it? There we go. You see it cut something off, and that thing that's dropping, if we have a little look at that, is coral tube sample. Now I've also got, remember, we've got the salt deposit there, so that's what you need to make bleach. So let's go and have a little look at that. And you can build up a massive supply of water relatively quickly in these two different methods. So we'll just go back to our little base. And then back to our fabricator. And where was it? Is it? I think I know by now. Basic materials. And once you've got those two components, one salt deposit, one coral tube sample, you can make bleach. So make a couple of these. Don't drink the bleach though, that's bad for you. I don't know if you can drink it actually. I hope not. And then when you go back to your water, you will have an option for disinfected water. So each bottle of bleach that you make makes 2 bottles of water. So we'll do that, and look, there's our water. More water. And of course this one, like it says, is microorganism free. So if you don't like killing little fishies, you can make that one. So back in the filtered water, you can see this one's only 6 ounces as well. So you don't get as much water as you do with the bleach option. So, but you can see I've got loads of water now, and I've got that. I'll go back to Australia, mate, sorry. I got that pretty quick, so that's how you can get water quickly and easily and make a massive supply of it very quick. So much easier once you get that propulsion cannon. If you want to know how to get the propulsion cannon, have a look at the rest of my channel. I'll show you on there how to do it. But yeah, if we have a little look in the inventory now, we've got loads of water. Look at it all. Brilliant. So that's all you need. If that was useful, give us a thumbs up, please. Any comments welcome. Anything else you're stuck on Subnautica, let me know and I'll try and help. I'm doing all right in the game, getting there. So yeah, I can teach you lots of bits that might be useful. Thanks very much for watching.